I referenced the Clinton Lynch Tarmac records. Now this is another outrageous FBI scandal. So we had asked for records about that meeting from both the Justice Department and the FBI last year. In fact, we asked for an IG investigation of the meeting. We still haven't heard from the IG, although I understand they are investigating it. The Justice Department gave us finally, during the Trump administration, we had to sue both the Justice Department and the FBI, which I guess technically is part of the Justice Department. Although if you listen to people like James Comey talk, you would think the FBI is a separate branch of government answerable to no one. But it actually is answerable to the Justice Department. And the Justice Department gave us some talking points that they had concocted last year for the Tarmac meeting, but they redacted them, which was outrageous. So you've got Jeff Sessions' Justice Department redacting talking points used by the corrupt Obama Justice Department to spin that Tarmac meeting. Then the documents also showed there were communications with the FBI about the meeting. Stands to reason. Guess what? We had asked the FBI again for those records, and the FBI had told us they couldn't find any. Huh. Well, guess what? Well, I keep on saying guess what, but the FBI then went back and reopened the FOIA request, and they gave us notice 6 weeks ago they found 29 pages. And then they told us they needed 6 weeks to turn over the 29 pages. And what did the 29 pages show? They show little interest. Actually, there's no evidence the FBI cared one whit about the meeting itself and the corrupt meeting between Bill Clinton and Loretta Lynch. Loretta Lynch even admitted it cast a cloud over her investigation, over the Clinton email investigation. Didn't stop her from continuing to be involved, but she at least acknowledged the public concern. And when we get we finally get the 29 pages, which are all of the documents I'm telling you about, by the way, are up on Judicial Watch's website at judicialwatch.org. We can provide links in the feed, and but you could go on the internet and find them. And the documents show that the FBI was more concerned about a whistleblower who told a reporter about the meeting than about the meeting itself. And they supposedly were concerned about security breaches, which is baloney, because what was described was obvious. What was described was that the security, when VIPs like the Attorney General travel, they coordinate with local police. I mean, is that a state secret? Obviously not. So the response from the FBI to this corrupt meeting is to figure out who the whistleblower was who talked about the sketchy nature of the meeting to the Observer news publication. And let me see what it says here. FBI officials write, we need to find the guy, and that they also contacted the Phoenix FBI office in an attempt to stem any further damage. So they were going to go after the whistleblower and continue to cover up information from coming out about the meeting. Were they concerned about the ethics of the meeting? They haven't given us any documents showing they were. This shows you, again, why the FBI, certainly at the leadership levels, can't be trusted. Comey has ruined the FBI, and the new Trump FBI director, Christopher Wray, I haven't seen much of. He's kind of missing in action on these important ethics issues and corruption issues. You know, President Trump tweeted, again, after our appearance on Fox News, that the FBI's reputation or something like that is in tatters. Frankly, I think the president is being charitable. I don't know, forget about whether the Clinton email investigation and the Russia collusion investigation can be redeemed. I don't know if the FBI can be redeemed. Is it too far gone in terms of the leadership corruption and ethical compromises and politicization to be saved? If there were brave souls on the Hill, they'd be talking about issues like that. You know, the FBI is failing the American people on so many issues. And it's a shame that we can't trust the FBI to fairly administer justice. We can't trust them with the Clinton stuff, and we can't trust them with the Trump stuff, because they were protecting Hillary Clinton, and they obviously have it in for President Trump. And it taints the Mueller investigation, because Mueller is a former FBI director. We already know he covered up corruption at the FBI with the stonewalling on the firing of this, the removal of this FBI agent who was an anti-Trumper and a Hillary supporter. So what next? Well, Judicial Watch is just going to continue our lawsuits, trying to find out information about what's going on. We're going to be asking about the dossier. We still are asking about the dossier. We're asking about the unmaskings. We're asking about what Mueller's up to, what his budget is. And certainly the Clinton email investigation, we're in the middle of it. We're still asking for the Clinton emails. So, boy, it's a real crisis at the Justice Department and the FBI. Now, the big media, liberal media, doesn't want you to think about it like that. They want you to think that this is all an attempt to protect President Trump from an investigation into his Russia connections. No, we just want an ethical law enforcement agency, both at the Justice Department and the FBI.